got some more new goodies in today from Z1 Motorsports. They tell me that what they did was take the Akabono and go to the manufacturer of the Akabono and have them manufacture a forged caliper identical to the Akabono for them. So they're calling these the Z1 Motorsport Big Brake Kit, and that's what I went with to replace the Brembo. It's quite a bit bigger, it's got floating hat rotors, and so we're going to see how that works out. I'm probably not going to install them today. Hopefully I'll get them installed before my first track weekend in the car. It would really be nice to have a little bit better stopping power. I went with the Carbotech pads because I usually run the Pagged yellows, but they don't have a Pagged backing plate that fits these calipers. So I went with the Carbotech XP24s as kind of an endurance pad like the yellow ST29 is, and I went with the XP8 rear pad, and I'm going to keep the Brembo rear caliper and rotor that I have on it because I've always felt like the Z over brakes in the rear anyway, and so maybe having a larger rotor and stronger braking in the front will kind of even out the rear. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Hopefully it's not the other way around. I'm going to end up needing to do the big brake kit for the rear as well. But for right now, we're going to try this and see how it works. So open these up and see what we've got. It is windy out there today. It was actually supposed to be my track day, but because it's so damn windy, I'm not going to go out there. There's no point trying to test aerodynamics in a windy day. They're saying gusts up to like 65 miles an hour, so it's just not worth it. Looks like we got some Carbotech pads. Looks like the mounting hardware. I had them send me some more Model 600. I use Model 600 or 660. I like both. I don't actually like the RBF Castrol or whatever, SRF, that's what it is, Castrol SRF in the Z for some reason. I just feel like it's really thin and it gets inside the ABS pump module and it screws it up. Every time I've ever ran the Castrol SRF in these cars, I've had issues, and so it might just be coincidence or bad luck, but ever since I went back to the Model, I haven't had those issues. I just feel like the SRF is kind of a more true, race fluid, and the ABS system in this car isn't a race ABS. So let's see what this is. This looks like it's going to be one of the calipers. It's a caliper. These things are huge. Holy cow. Yeah, they look really good. I'm told that they might rub on the 18-inch wheel, the RPF1. You have to grind them down a little bit in some spots, and that's okay. I'm using them for race purposes, so it is what it is. But here's this caliper. You can see this thing's massive compared to the Brembo. I'm pretty excited to get these on the car, actually. Yeah, these are good looking. I'm honestly surprised and pleasantly surprised and excited to try them. Looks like they sent some stuff in here too. Just a couple of little bolts. Oh, these are the banjo bolts that go on to the stainless brake lines for the fluid to get into the calipers. They told me that the XP24s might be a little late. So yeah, there's quite a bit of pad on these. That looks good. It's going to be kind of nice to try something new as well on the pads. These Carbotechs are a lot less expensive than the Paggeds. We'll see if they perform as well as the Paggeds do. I went with the speckle slotted. I think it's a pretty cool design. It looks cool on the car. I don't know if it does any better than typical, but here they are, and it says Z1 Motorsports on it, so that's pretty cool, man. Excited to try these out and see how well they work too. So I see the banjo bolts, and what I don't see is the hardware that goes through here to be able to hold the pad in, so looks like I'm going to have to get a hold of Z1 and talk to them about that. So we unboxed all the Z1 Motorsports Big Brake Kit stuff. I've got it laid out here on this table, and I figured we would go through a little bit closer look on what this big brake kit comes with and what the difference is between the Z1 Motorsports kit and the Brembo kit. We have everything. I've got a caliper, I've got the brackets that mount the caliper to the car, their hardware kit, the XP24 Carbotech pad that just came in, and the rotors. So first of all, I can show you, this is a Brembo rotor. So this is the Brembo front brake kit on the Z, and this is the Z1 Motorsport floating hat rotor. And you can see, I mean, the Brembo is a pretty big rotor, but the Z1 Motorsport is quite a bit bigger. I believe it's a 14-inch, and I believe these are a 12. I can measure them out and give you an exact, actually. And then this is the actual brake pad size for the Brembo, and this is the brake pad size for the Z1. So you can kind of see here the difference in size between the two and the surface area that you're going to get on the rotors with the Z1 big brake kit. I don't have a Brembo caliper sitting around, but I can tell you these calipers are like twice the size of the caliper is the Brembo. We can come over here and take a look on the car, and I can show you, see how big it is in there, and you can see how much bigger this caliper is. So I've got a measuring tape right here on the Z1 rotors. They are 14 inches. Let's take a look what they are on these. These are, looks to be 12 3/4 of an inch, somewhere right close to 12 3/4 of an inch. So we've got a lot more surface area on the Z1. They're floating hats, so they're going to stay cooler. They're actually a little bit lighter, and the brake pad material on the surface area of the rotor is a lot more than on the Brembo. So they are definitely going to be stronger brakes. They're going to last, throughout the race longer. They're going to feel better. So I'm excited to try them out and see how the brake modulation is with them, and see what see how much deeper into the braking zones I can go. Once again, guys, thanks for watching my channel, and don't forget to click subscribe below.